G'day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Metal video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the physical Beerus after his recent Extremes Awakening in the merged Zamasu Red Zone. Now I don't want to only test units out in the merged Zamasu Red Zone, but actually Beerus really does shine quite well on this stage. Firstly, he's on a pretty good team. He luckily gets in under the Super Saiyan Blue duo with his Battle of Fate category, which is really good. And he really helps in both phases of this fight. Firstly, he, as you all know, has huge damage reduction if he gets 7 or more key spheres. Now usually that's quite difficult, however, when Beerus is facing a Realm of the Gods category character, he is able to change certain key sphere orbs to rainbow. This is very important because it enables him to get his orbs, but it also enables everyone else to get their orbs. So it's a very, very, very clutch play mechanic. So it's very, very, very good, honestly. And it's quite crucial to the functionality of Beerus as a unit. So when you look at everything all together, you're kind of getting to the point where it's like, okay, this is a good situation for him. Couple that with the fact that he has type advantage in the first phase, and the fact that when he gets hit by any kind of attack, he will gain attack and defense, which means the AoE phase means you can stick him in the second slot or the third slot or any slot, and you should be able to, in theory, benefit from his damage reduction whilst not having to have him as a first slot unit. His damage reduction after the end phase with 3 orbs contained is enough for him to not take significant damage against the physical phase of Zamasu. And so overall he looks really honestly quite good. For me personally, I think he looks really, really solid. You're going to see him here do a great job in the end phases. The orb generation comes in clutch. The damage reduction that he gets comes in clutch, and obviously having type advantage means that he's really, really, really solid defensively, whilst also being able to shuck out some decent damage. Remember, we're looking at a unit that's able to really kind of just, do a good job. You can see there 43k taken. This is no items or anything active, which is really, really good. And after that 43k has been taken, he won't take any damage, and this was only with 3 orbs. So with the 7 orbs he's basically invulnerable, which is obviously quite good. I would say, he basically becomes a menace, and the damage, as you can see, is also pretty good. So Beerus is a very interesting option for the stage. Like I said, he's also quite reasonably solid in the physical phase as well. So it's not just that he provides some domination for the end phase, but if you actually look at him here in the physical phase, he actually does a really good job as well. So that plus his rainbow orb making tends to make me feel quite confident in using him in this stage. I think he could be an interesting component for you to complete the run. Now obviously as a physical unit in the second phase, he could potentially take a lot of damage if he gets supered. This is, especially with no item, this is 100% the situation. There's not really too much he can do outside of that. But as you can see, he does not take a huge chunk of damage. It's quite impressive actually. I think he does like the utmost at doing a really, really good job both at tanking and at offensive output. His active skill could also come in handy as well. It's something that I haven't really used too much, but definitely can be very useful. Remember, you can use it from the 4th turn onwards if your HP is 70% or less, and this will do a very, very, very good job. Remember, augmenting his defensive output, augmenting his attack output, whilst also giving him attacks effective against all types, although in this situation that's not so important. I think overall Beerus is really solid. I was very impressed by how well he did, and I think the utility that he brings is really, really good. For me, overall, he sits in this nice position of being, well, a good option for most red zone, but I think anyone where you face a Realm of the Gods based character, I think he's going to be exceptional. The rainbow orbs really change how well he looks because of that consistency of getting, his 3 and 7 orbs and everything. And I think when you factor all of that in, it looks really, really good, at least from my side. It looks really, 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 really solid. So very impressed.